Hi everybody, welcome back to English with Cornell. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about some pronunciation mistakes that a lot of Spanish speakers make. As a teacher, in my experience, I've came across with students from many different levels making these same pronunciation mistakes with some of these letters. Children, adults, beginners, even advanced people who had perfect English, but they kept mispronouncing some of these letters when it came to English words. And it's okay. Look, the purpose of a language is to communicate. And as long as you can communicate, you don't need to sound perfect. But it's good to practice. And of course, we can always get better. Okay, so let's look at some of the examples. And just before we start, I would like to say that I am learning Spanish. And my pronunciation is not good. Often it is bad. So in these examples, don't worry. We all make mistakes. Spanish speakers tend to say these words. This sound here, SH. In English, it's sh, sh, sh. But Spanish speakers say choose, shower, chop. The correct way to say it is sh, sh, shoes, shower, shop, shoes, shower, shop. So remember, it's not a ch, ch. That's different. That's two different letters. It's sh, shoes, shower, shop. What other examples are there? Show, sheet, sheep. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Why? At the start of a word, why? What is the common mistake? In Spanish, you would pronounce this as j, j. So it would be yoga, Jess, yogurt. Believe me, I even had some students who were very advanced, but they still said Jess. Very simple thing, easy mistake and easy to correct, but you have to practice the pronunciation. And the correct way is to say yoga. So it's not j, it's y, yoga. Yes, yogurt. Yoga. Yes, yogurt. Another word would be yesterday. Not yesterday. Yesterday. You. Not you. You. Okay, next one. S in Spanish. When you see a S, you pronounce it as S. When you see a word that starts with S, you say S. As if there was an E there. But in English, there is no E. So instead of snake, estress, estretch. You have to delete that E and say s, not S. Can you hear the difference? S, not S snake, snake. Not stress, stress. Not stretch, stretch. Snake, stress, stretch. I hope that these tips help. because these words are very common. And correcting these little mistakes can improve your English, the way your English sounds, a lot better, a lot more neutral. Okay? So practice these words, practice the pronunciation. Maybe you make these mistakes, maybe you don't. Have a good day. Keep practicing English. Goodbye. Like and subscribe for more English.